The following portion of Fox 43 AM Live is sponsored by Tender Loving Care Pet Nursing Hotel.
Joining us once again is Leslie Ferron. Give it to me again. Florange. Sorry, thank you very much. With Tender Loving Care Pet Nursing Hotel for our latest edition of Everything Pet. Leslie, summer is fun, but it can be dangerous for pets and risky for pets. What's the first thing pet parents need to know?
Keep your pets hydrated. That is the key thing, because a lot of people don't think about that. You know, dogs especially, and cats, they don't sweat like we do, so they can't cool down like that.
Right, they sweat through panting, correct?
Absolument. They do that by panting. And so it's important for them to stay hydrated. And that is key. And so signs of dehydration are, you know, the panting. Excessive panting. Excessive panting, dry nose, perhaps diarrhea, just being blah, so lethargy if they're just tired and not doing anything. I'm guessing the more dehydrated they get, the more lethargic they'll become. Exactly, exactly. So heat stroke and overheating for dogs is a real concern. It is a key concern, and so it's important not to walk your dog at the height of the heat, right? Or leave your dog outside at the height of the heat. Yes, no, don't leave dogs outside. That makes me crazy. No, don't do it. Shade is absolutely important for dogs. So if you're going to be outside for, you know, barbecues or this, that, or the other thing, make sure that the dog has a cool place to stay. Right, and water outside. And water outside, and one of the great things to do is to give them ice cubes, for instance. It's a great way to cool down. My dog loves chomping on ice cubes. Ours do too. Yeah, you know, I know some dogs don't have teeth, y'all, so if they don't, then give them a frozen pop, something that they can, you know, suck on or play on, you know, because cubes are kind of hard to chew. Yeah. If you don't have teeth. So we've done several different creative ways to do frozen treats for dogs. What are some really safe ones, and what are some unsafe frozen treats for dogs? Well, first of all, there's water. You know, you could just make it and put some fruit bits in it so that it has some kind of flavor to it and it looks kind of interesting. Yeah. If you want, you can use broth. Yeah. Ooh, just broth. You could freeze the broth and it'd be like a beef or whatever broth popsicle. Yeah. That's a great idea. Yeah. We'll have to try that. Yeah. Yeah, so that's a fun way. And also, you know, just make sure that they feel comfortable too, you know. So we also have at TLC, we have cooling mats. So if it's really hot and they're outside or even indoors, let's say maybe the power goes out and you don't have any air conditioning. Right. Well, and it's you know, stormy weather season, so it's you know, there's a good chance that we will have some power outages. Yes, some of my neighbors had that the other day. So cooling mats are great to have around, and they're not expensive, and you can go to even TJ Maxx. I bought cooling mats there for a lot of, you know, not a lot of money. Okay, very good. So those are some of the things. So let's talk about paws. How do we, because the concrete can get really hot. Exactly. So when we're walking our dogs and it's, you know, the heat of the day, you talked about not walking them at the hottest part of the day. Right. How can we take care of their paws? We do the 5-second test. So take your hand, put it down on the concrete for 5 seconds. If it's too hot for you, it is way too hot for your pet, and so they shouldn't be out. So that's what we do. That's a pretty easy litmus test to find out. Easy peasy. If it's too hot for you, it's too hot for them. Exactly. Let's talk about fireworks, right? We got the 4th of July coming up. It's getting to be that time of year. Yeah. Fireworks are fun for us, not so fun for animals. I have our poor black Labrador Sam is terrified, terrified of fireworks. What can people do to help kind of shield their dogs when the fireworks are going off and we're having a really great time? Well, first of all, keep your pets inside, because one of the things that happens is that if you're walking the dog during that time and the fireworks go off, they get crazy and then they'll pull and they'll run away. So, you know, because they're terrified, they're scared. So don't walk dogs during that time. We use a lot of classical music and, believe it or not, reggae.
It sets a good mood.
It's a good mood, man.
It sets a good mood, my man.
So that really chills out pets. Also, you know, animated movies that don't have a lot of loud sound. So we do movie time sometimes, and that keeps pets relaxed. And, you know, keeping them close. Because we have a lot of anxious pets, and we want to make sure that they're close to us. That really gives them that sort of sense of home. That
right, because they feed off of our energy.
Absolutely.
So if they can feel our sense of calm, it helps them stay calm.
Exactly, exactly.
All right, well, Leslie, thank you so much for joining us today. To learn more about Tender Loving Care, Tender Loving Care Pet Nursing Hotel, check out tlcpetnursinghotel.com.
The preceding portion of Fox 43 AM Live was sponsored by Tender Loving Care Pet Nursing Hotel.